I am about to share with you a very scary reality about Minnesota Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold. The national media has hopped on board. Stephen A. Smith has changed his opinion. Dan Orlovsky, who's been a lover of Sam Darnold even before the season started, talked about putting Sam Darnold in his top 5 QBs this season. And he has been great. Leads the NFL in touchdown passes with 8 touchdowns, has 2 picks. He's played efficient and effective football. This past offseason, I predicted that Sam Darnold will shock the world with how he performs this season. And so far, we are seeing exactly that. Now, I'm not going to throw a parade for myself because at the same time, I also predicted the Minnesota Vikings to finish with a 5-12 overall record.
So you're telling me
I hope there's no chance for that, because that would mean they would have to finish the season 2-12, something like that, because they're 3-0. So let's hope that they don't finish. Let's hope they don't crap the bed that badly. But here's the scary reality about Minnesota Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold. This is not the first time he has started a season 3-0 with his team. In 2021, he was the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers football team. QB1. And let's take a look at their schedule in 2021. Week 1 versus the New York Jets. They defeated them 19-14. Week 2 versus the Saints, they beat them 26-7. Week 3 versus the Houston Texans, they beat them 24-9. 3-0 with Matt Rule as his NFL head coach. And then the drop-off happens. A Week 4 loss to the Cowboys. A Week 5 loss to the Eagles. A Week 6 loss to the Minnesota Vikings. And a Week 7 loss to the New York Giants. 1-3, lost 4. Won the next one, lost, win, lost. And he didn't start all those games at the end of the year because he eventually got benched. But let's take a look at Sam Darnold's game log for that season. Because maybe he wasn't performing that well. Maybe it was just, your defense carried it. They only scored 14 points, 7 points, and 9 points. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit more in a second. But let's take a look at Sam Darnold's performances himself during those games. Oops, I shared the wrong screen. Please bear with me for a second while I play this hold music. Oh, here we go. Wrong one again. Here we go. Wait 1 second. How many times can it mess this up? Here we go. Let's go. All right, Sam Darnold's game log in 2021. In Week 1, it was against the New York Jets. 24 for 35, 68% completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. It's a pretty darn good ball game for him. Okay. Week 2 versus the New Orleans Saints. 26 for 38. 68% completion percentage. 305 yards. 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Another very good ball game for Sam Darnold. Week 3 on the road against the Houston Texans. 23 for 34. 67% completion percentage. 304 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Sure, he doesn't have as many touchdown passes as he has this season with the Minnesota Vikings during his first 3 games in 2021. But these are darn good ball games by Sam Darnold. And he had the Carolina Panthers fan base and the organization thinking that this was the place that he was going to turn his team and their season around. He had believers in him after the first 3 games because he just needed to get out of New York. And right now, the same thing is happening with the Minnesota Vikings. Now, listen closely. Are you listening? I am not saying that Sam Darnold is going to go through the same process with the Minnesota Vikings. Better situation, better head coach, better organization, better defense, all of that stuff. But he has started the season 3-0 before. And he had the organization and the fan base, and I'm sure the national media, thinking that this was the stop, that this was the place where Sam Darnold would flourish as quarterback in the NFL. Well, then the following week, the Packers 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, which wasn't a bad performance. Philadelphia 1 touchdown, 3 picks. Minnesota 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Giants 0 touchdowns, 1 pick. Atlanta Falcons 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. All these are in 2021. And then after the Falcons game, Patriots 0 touchdowns, 3 picks. Then he got benched. Didn't start again from November 7th all the way until December 26th. So all I'm saying is that Sam Darnold has been here before. I didn't watch him with the Carolina Panthers, but he has started a season 3-0, and he had believers in him in 2021. I'm not saying it's going to happen again. I'm not saying he's going to have a complete catastrophic failure for the Minnesota Vikings the rest of the season, but it's not outside the realm of possibilities either. Okay? I am Mr. Sam Darnold. Could be faking us all out. You know, we all were believers in Josh Dobbs too. Dobbs' sanity was going crazy last year. ESPN was talking about it. Good Morning Football was talking about it. Kevin O'Connell, Josh Dobbs, what a force. The same thing could happen to Sam Darnold. Not saying it's going to happen, but it could. So I don't want you to be surprised and be like, what? Where did this come from? What happened to before? You heard it here. It happened once, it could happen again. So, just a warning. Just a warning. Don't need to be all offended. Don't get all tighty-whitey and get wedgies and whatever. Don't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger delivering facts about the Minnesota Vikings quarterback, Sam Darnold. But, believe it. Have opinions. Do whatever you got to do. But I think what's fair to say is that this run of Sam Darnold, 8 touchdowns, 2 picks, is not going to happen again during the course of the next 3 games. He's not going to have 16 touchdowns and 4 picks following the Packers, Jets, and it's a bye week, but then you got the Lions. He is not going to have 16 touchdowns, 4 picks at the end of the Lions game. I would bet money on that. So we'll see what Sam Darnold we get versus the Green Bay Packers on the road in a hostile environment. Thank you for watching.